Hi, everybody. It's Monday. Welcome back to the happy hour. We got four of us here today. It's Ron, Ramon, and Solo joining us today to kick off the week. Let's kick off the week of winning. Hope everybody had themselves a great weekend. And as we always do here, we'll get right to it. First, we say hi to the Cappers, and then we'll get right to the picks, as we always do here at Tony's Picks. First, we'll kick it off in the corner. Hey, long time no see, Solo. How are you doing?
Yeah, we ran it this morning. We're going to run it back. We're here for the adjustments and, put some money in your pocket. Let's get to it.
Sounds good. Exactly. Good to see you, Ramon. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hey, Rod just scored with Roma. Ron told me, he said, take Roma.
And, I had it.
Up about 9 units over the weekend. So let's get this weekend started right. 9 units here on Tony'sPicks.com. So let's roll.
Sounds good. Ron, how's you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good start. Like Ramon said, yeah, I had Rome. That was my play of the day in Italian Serie A, and pushed that total. Good late goal by Majorca, so we pushed that too. So, yeah, good start to the day. Let's do it tonight.
Sounds good. Let's get into this NBA card. And we'll look at the NBA card. I believe they've got 4 at 7 p.m. We'll kick it off with the 4 at the 7 p.m. Eastern slate. Kicks off the Brooklyn Nets laying 3, taking on the Wizards. That hasn't moved a whole lot since this morning. We got the Bulls taking on the 76ers. 76ers laying 4 in that one. We've seen 3.5, 4, 4.5. It's been up and down a little bit all day. And then we got the Clippers now a dog, 1.5 point dog. Detroit laying 1.5 in that matchup. And then we got the Denver Nuggets laying 4.5 versus the Pacers. I've seen that one at 5, 5.5, but stuck at 4.5 here in this one. Totals up a little bit, up to 246. Let's have a quick little look at the injuries. On the Clipper side of things, we're looking at Kawhi Leonard out, Powell out, Simmons out. On the Detroit side of things, Tulu Smith out, and Fontecchio out for Detroit. Otherwise, pretty healthy starting 5 there for the hottest team in the NBA, I would say, as things are rolling. In the Denver Pacers game, Murray looks like he's going to be in. Gordon looks like he's going to be in. Kent Carr and Watson out for the Nuggets. On the Pacers side of things, still game time decision for Johnson and McConnelly in that one. Having a look at the Bulls taking on the 76ers. Looks like no Kyle Lowry, no Gordon, no Embiid, no Edwards. Maxey, game time decision. Ooh, seems like everybody's bailing on the Sixers team. That matchup. Looking at the Bulls side of things, Kobe White looked like game time decision, but looks like he most likely plays. Vukovic looks like he's likely to play as well. DeSumo, Smith, and Williams out for the Bulls in that matchup. Looking at the Brooklyn side of things, Clowney, Russell, Cam Thomas out. On the Washington side of things, Alex Sarr, game time decision. Sadiq Bey Brogdon out for the Wizards. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of those 4, Ron?
Now, look at the Nets taking on Washington. That's a team they can actually beat. They're 19-9 on the road, ATS, about a 68% clip there. So give me the Brooklyn Nets in that one. Chicago and Philadelphia. Philadelphia 1-12 against the spread as the home favorite. But you know what? I don't know. Without all those guys, maybe they come to play. I don't trust the Bulls. I just don't like the Bulls. I don't know what they did at the trade deadline, getting rid of everybody, but I don't like the Bulls, so I would lean Sixers there. Nothing big in that one, and I'm going to keep riding Detroit. I know they're favored now, and I don't really like them favored at home to 3-8 against the spread, but this is a Clippers team with like nobody playing tonight, right? So yeah, give me Detroit.
Hang on over to Ramon. What do you think of those 4, Ramon?
Yeah, right. I'm going to go to the matchup here with the Bulls and the Sixers. Maybe Ron underneath the surface might look to the Sixers there, as he was saying, but I can't do it, man. Not given what everybody's telling me about the Sixers as a favorite. I hear all that. Then you throw in a little mix of these injuries right now, and I can't make a case for the Bulls, but the case is worse for the Sixers. It's a split decision. I'm going to go with the Bulls tonight, and I guess I get a few points here. 4 points with that Sixers team that I don't know. I don't think they've won one this month. So give me the Bulls here, +4 is my pick on this segment.
Heading on over to Solo. What do you think of those four, Solo?
Brooklyn and Washington, this line was at 214s, and I saw they had some injuries. I think Middleton and a couple guys are going to play, so this line is up to around 217. I actually still like the under. I think the Wizards struggle to score down the stretch. When take this game under. You know how Brooklyn gets down on defense. I like Brooklyn, but I don't want to lay -3.5. So let's just go under on this game. Where we at? Denver was it Detroit? The Clippers in Detroit. The Clippers have kind of had their number, but obviously Detroit's one of the better, one of the better teams in the last 10 games. I want to say the 8-2 ATS 8-2 record, but I don't think they beat the Clippers in a couple years. This line is extremely telling, and I'm going to take the Clippers minus the points.
And then for me in this time spot, I'm going to take a couple unders. I agree with that Brooklyn and Wizards unders. First to 100 if either team gets to 100 in that one. The way they both have been offensively lately. So under there. And then the other one I'm looking at is the Bulls and the 76ers under. Normally you expect to see the Bulls defense has been ass, but that offense has just been just as ass over their last 5 games. You look shooting 40% field goal shooting, which equates to about 108 points a game. And then you look at the other side of things, the 76ers, they've only been shooting 44% field goal shooting, which is 106 points a game. And then you expect them to cover this big, giant number at 232. It's on the rise. People think we're going to see a track meet. I don't see that. Not at all. Give me the under in this Bulls game. And then the other one I'm looking at here is you look at Denver and Indiana. 246, it's risen. I think we easily get to the 250s on that one. Not a lot of defense played between those two. Track meet loading there. All right, heading on to the next slate of NBA action. We'll go with the last 4 going on the board. We got the Heat heading into Atlanta. Atlanta favored by a point. We got OKC hosting the Timberwolves rematch from last night. OKC laying 12 now in that one. You look at the Portland heading to Utah. Portland up to 6.5 now. That's definitely a line mover of the day. And you look at the Charlotte Hornets heading into Sacramento. Sacramento 11.5 in some books, so definitely shop the number depending on the side that you're looking for. And look at the injury reports. You look at Atlanta. Trae Young was a game-time decision. He most likely plays in that one. Nance and Krejci out for Atlanta. On the Miami side of things, looks like Heroes most likely. Nikola Jokic out. Kevin Love out. Stevens out for the Heat in that one. On the Timberwolves and OKC game, DiVincenzo, Edwards, Gobert, Randall out for the Timberwolves. Clark, game time decision in that matchup. And that's Jesse Edwards, not the other Edwards, not Ant-Man.
Yeah, let's make sure it's not Anthony. That's right.
It's not Ant, and he's playing. On the OKC side of things, Holmgren and Mitchell out. Look at the Portland taking on the Jazz. You look at the Portland side of things, Ayton, Thibault, and Williams out. Amaniah out for Portland. On the Utah side of things, Clarkson, Collins, Kessler, Markkanen, Sexton out for the Utah Jazz in that matchup. And then the other one, I think that was all 4, right? No, one more. We're looking at the Hornets. We got Jeffries, Okogie, and Williams out. On the Sacramento Kings, well, it looks like a clean injury report for the Sacramento Kings. We'll go reverse order this time. We'll start with Solo. What do you think in those late 4, Solo?
Miami and Atlanta, I think these teams get up and down. I like the way Miami's pushing the ball. I think Hero's going to score. We're going to take this total over 228. Minnesota and OKC. I was on OKC yesterday. They dropped the ball. I think they bounced back today. I'm going to lay it. Portland and the Jazz, I was actually on this game earlier. This line has moved. I think I'm going to pivot and take a prop. I think I'm going to take Anthony Simons over 4 3-pointers. I think it's at plus money. He averaged about 9 attempts a game. He's one of the I think he averaged about 3.7 a game. He's one of the shooting around 38, 39%. Will cash.
Sounds good. Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those late 4, Ramon?
Well, I'm trying to piece together the Utah Jazz lineup, guy. I mean, Collier, Sensabaugh, Mikhailiuk, Martin, and Filipowski. It sounds like a ton of offense. I don't know if that's the case, but look, against the Blazers, the way the Blazers are playing right now, and the key for me was, look, Portland's not favored very often, but they are 4-1 to the over when favored. I was trying to say, how will Utah be affected? We've seen the core group of these guys out before, the whole starting lineup basically, and it's been kind of 50-50 on the total, but still Utah 8-2 to the over in the last 10. This series kind of goes over, and these are pretty familiar opponents, so I ended up on the over here. It's still a pretty big number. I thought maybe it would come down with those Utah players out. I guess it turns out, they might not be as explosive as apparently they are the benches, but I just figure also you got those rim protectors out, right? With Kessler out as well. So give me the over 231.5. I sold myself on this mediocre card.
Heading over to Ron, what do you think in that last 4 games in the NBA slate?
Now I'm going to look at the under in Minnesota and T-Wolves. I do agree with Solo on OKC to bounce back and smack them tonight. But, man, they scored 253 last night, and now it's 229. I think they're telling you this is going to be an under. Take the under in that one. And then Sacramento, really? Come on. Are we still laying points with the damn Kings? Come on. Really? No. Can't do it. Nope. Man.
Not only points, 11 points.
Come on, man. I mean, it's oh, man. DeRozan, Levine. It didn't work in Chicago. What the hell is going to work here? It's not working here either. So, come on, man. Seriously? No. Fade the Kings as a favorite. A wise man once told us that. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go the other way, Ramon. I got to think the under in that Portland Utah game. I just don't think there's enough guys in there to keep score. Just as you said. You said all those guys. Who's doing all that scoring? I know the Jazz have hit the over in 8 straight ball games, but I think this is the spot to finally get off the overtrain with the Utah Jazz and grab an under here. I'm going to try to catch the following night with an under in that one there tonight. It's one of those spots. Normally Utah has been no defense whatsoever, but then I think Portland would have to do all the heavy lifting, though. In that matchup, I think they'd have to drop like 130, I think, for this to even get a sniff of the over. So I'm going to take the under there in that matchup. And then the other one, I can't touch that Kings game whatsoever because I don't trust the Hornets enough to be trying to take 11.5 with them all. Maybe that's not enough for me with the Hornets. Maybe I need 14 in that one at least. Either way, it's not taking my money. Run away from that one. I do agree with OKC bounce back here. That line's come down, so some more money's coming in on the Timberwolves. Got a better number on OKC. I see 11.5 in a lot of places. More money on the Wolves. Don't trust them there in that matchup. All right, that wraps up the NBA slate of things. Let's head on over to the college floor, and we'll kick it off. I think there's a lot of 7 p.m. ones. The DGen special went under, and the Hampton whooped it. It wasn't even close. Stony Brook didn't even show up. Didn't even get off the bus. Yeah, the Hampton Pirates rolled them. Whooped them by 14 in the first half and whooped them by another 18 in the second half. Wasn't even close. Stony Brook didn't even get on the bus. They might as well mail that one in. So, yeah, we'll do all the 7 p.m. games here in this one because I think we got quite a few 7 p.m. 7 p.m. And we'll throw in the 7:30s. Sure, let's throw the 7:30s. Everything from 7:30 p.m. Eastern and earlier. So we'll go all the way up to the 7:30 p.m. Eastern games. We'll head on over to Ron. What do you got?
Yeah, let's look at the 7:30 games. I'm going to look at first one. I'm going to look at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I like the way they're shooting the ball. I don't like the free throw shooting, but being a dog, all they got to do is cover and shoot a couple threes at the end. So 35% from 3. Give me Corpus Christi plus the 3.5 in that one. And I'm going to look at this North Carolina-Florida State game. I just think, I don't know, Hubert Davis is in trouble, man. And, the Knowles at home, I really hate this game. I kind of like the under, if anything, 156.5 under that. But I would lean to the Knowles plus the points in that one. And let's see. This is an ugly one here, Rod. We're going to go with UTRGV. Take those points. There's a lot of points that McNeese is laying here. And Rio Grande Valley, I think, might be too many points. I think they cover that 15.5 in that one. And William and Mary, I don't know why they're not favored. They shoot 48% on their own home floor, only give up 41%. Wilmington's shooting 45 and giving up 45. Maybe I'm missing something, but I think William and Mary should be the favorite here. So take William and Mary plus 2.5.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those ones, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll take one game off the main board here with Wilmington going up against William and Mary. Look, there's not a lot of great games here. I guess the main games tonight are okay, certainly, but this one has a pretty big meaning in the Colonial right now with the two of the top three teams meeting here. In this one, I ended up on the over here. Wilmington is 14-6 to the over as a favorite. This was a pretty big number. I was a candidate for a premium, but the 157.5 now at some of these sharp books kind of kept me off from going bigger on it. So I've got the over here with Wilmington and William and Mary. And, well, I got to go to one of the sickies here in this one. I'll look at East Texas A&M and New Orleans here. No, these teams aren't winning any games here at all right now. So I've got an ugly matchup. But, for the last 7 games, New Orleans has been playing without 4 of their starters from this season. They made the change to try to go with some younger players here and kick some guys to the curb that are ready to head on off to I think they're going to greener pastures through the transfer portal next year, but more likely they're just going to end up somewhere down in the same leagues a little bit, just on a different team. So I'm going to take East Texas A&M here. I don't have a bunch of stats because to tell you East Texas A&M can win this game because they don't win too many games, but again, New Orleans has shuffled their lineup. They haven't won, I don't think, in that period since basically kicking those 4 guys off the team. I think they're still riding the pine a little bit, but they're not playing at all. So I've got East Texas A&M here against New Orleans. They're starting to lay 1.5 and even 2 now here at a couple spots. So I think that's the move. I've got East Texas A&M over New Orleans.
Heading on over to Solo. What do you think of this section, Solo?
Lipscomb and Austin P. I just think Lipscomb's a better team. I think they have good guard play. I think they can shoot the ball. I think they'll jump on them early and pull away late. Let's lay with Lipscomb. And also like Queens, I think they're gonna jump all over West Georgia. I just think they're a better team. Scrappy bunch, like Rod likes to say. I think they get it done. Let's lay with Queens.
I'm looking at that Lipscomb game with you, but I like the over. It's up to 144.5. You look at the Lipscomb and Austin P. The last 7 meetings head to head has seen 148 plus points between these two clubs. So give me the over 144.5 there. Lipscomb, Austin P. Another one I'm looking at here in this block of games is look at Prairie View. Look at that matchup. You expect Prairie View to be covering a 17.5 point spread? Give me Mississippi Valley State plus a 17.5 there in that matchup. I know they're 1-8 in the road. Talk about dumpster fire game. One team's got 3 wins. One team's got 4. One team's laying 17.5. The other team's getting 17.5. Does that make sense to you? I'm going to take the team with the 3 wins getting 17.5 there in that matchup.
There are 10,000 college basketball games in Division I this season. I think you just picked, according to Ken Palm, congratulations, my friend, the absolute lowest rated college basketball game of the season, and that's what we do here.
And that's what we do. We find the defense specials in the afternoon, right? Look at that thing. This is I had to pick it out. Got it.
You had to do it. So glad someone did. I was gonna if you didn't.
Got it. Another one I'm looking at in this time block of games. Where is it? We're gonna go down. Somebody said Corpus Christi, right? I heard a rumor that it was gonna be that the Corpus Crispy Chicken was opening up around the corner. I don't know, just a rumor. Texas A&M Corpus Crispy Chicken might be opening up soon at a location near you in Corpus Christi. So I agree with that one. Give me Texas Corpus Crispy. They're opening a new chicken stand, so they'll be jacked coming into Nichols in that one. I think you got to sprinkle, as Solo says, on that money line. Or as he says, I'm taking the money line. You take the points in that matchup. And then I agree. Here's the stat for you, Ramon. You were talking about the New Orleans game. Well, New Orleans at home, ass. They're 0-13 in their last 13 at home here in Lakefront Arena. Take East Texas A&M Lions. They come in there and roar and whoop it up on New Orleans in that matchup. All right, heading on to the later slate of games. I think this is where the better slate is in the later night. Actually, we got some really good games here. We'll go from everything from 8 p.m. onward, starting with Morgan State taking on Norfolk, and we'll end it off with Kansas heading into Colorado taking the Buffs. We'll go reverse order. We'll start with Solo in the late slate. What do you think here, Solo?
Yeah, I don't have too many premiums in the slot, so I'm going to look at this Kansas-Colorado game. Kansas has really struggled on the road. I want to say, 3-7 on the road. They also struggle to score points. Colorado really hasn't played well this season, but for some reason, I think they're going to fight in this one. They've covered the last couple spreads. They've been playing well of late. Let's take the Buffs plus the points.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of the late night slate, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Pine Bluff here against Texas Southern. Solo says I think all my premiums are on the extra board. I don't know if that makes me crazy or makes me genius here, but I'm going to try Pine Bluff and Texas Southern game to go over here in this one. The series history kind of goes under so far with these two teams of late, so I don't have a lot of stats maybe necessarily here to support this one. I just look at this with this matchup, a one-sided game here, it feels like, with Texas Southern here tonight against Pine Bluff, but I'm going to give Pine Bluff a bit of a shot here. Still, it's a dozen points, so I think the way the game is going to go is going to be a high-scoring game, and I think Texas Southern could reach up to 85 or more here in this game. So give me the over in this one with Pine Bluff and Texas Southern. Right now, that line currently sitting at 153.5.
All righty. The Abe Simpsons. Little Abe Simpsons for you, because the logo looks like an Abe Simpson guy. If you look at it, quick look at the Arkansas Pine Bluff logo, and then look at Abe Simpson. It looks exactly like an Abe Simpson. So, hey, on over to Ron. What do you think in the late night slate, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to go to that Colorado and Kansas game. Kansas came back big. They got embarrassed on the road their last road trip, and like Solo said, they are horrible on the road. But I'm wondering why this line's going 6 to 7.5. With all the turnovers that Colorado presents, and they just upset Baylor, I'm going to go with KU in this one. Take minus 7.5. I know Kansas has not been good on the road, but maybe they straightened it out against probably a worse team than Colorado. Obviously, Oklahoma State on Saturday, but they made a statement at the Fog, so I'm going to take KU in that one. Looking at
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, baby. What you got?
Yeah, real quick. See what my angle was. Kansas had played them 2 games on that elevation. Remember, they went and played Utah, then they played BYU.
Right, and then went home.
One game, you know what I'm saying, versus Oklahoma State. Now they right back in the elevation in Colorado.
In the elevation. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. I don't know. I just wonder why that line's climbing.
Absolutely.
It looks to me like a Kansas smash spot, and Kansas hasn't been good on the road. You're right, absolutely right. But I don't know, something's weird about that one. Looking at the other one, Michigan, Nebraska. Michigan's a better team. I don't even know why the hell Nebraska's laying points here. So give me the Wolverines in that one.
All right, looking at this slate of action for me here. I like the under, Kansas and Colorado. I think some defenses played. Slower pace game at 143.5. Too many points there. Give me the under in that matchup. And then where's another one I'm looking at? A couple I'm looking here in this spot. I got to go the other way. I'm going to take Texas Southern here against Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's just one of those spots this year that Arkansas Pine Bluff following a cover. They're 0-11 ATS in that road game following a cover. So I'm going to take Texas Southern. I think this is a smash spot for them of the Abe Simpsons there. And I'm going to go the other way. I think this is a Nebraska smash spot. I just don't trust Michigan here. Michigan's defense over their last 2 games has been awful, giving up 75 points, 75-plus points in the last 2 games defensively. And I expect them to come out here on the road and have a good game. In that spot, they're 2-15 ATS. I'm going to take Nebraska, where they play their better ball, which is at home. 10-3 straight up this year is Nebraska at home. I love the Cornhuskers there in that matchup. That's only -1. You look at the difference. Michigan is the better team by far, and it's only a -1. No, not falling for that.
It's flipped now. Michigan's favored.
Yeah, that's what I said. Michigan's a -1. I'm looking at
Yeah.
Right. So why is
When I got it this
favored?
morning, it was like 1.5 Nebraska. So Michigan's flipped. Yeah.
Correct, because the book was baiting you. They were like, "Yeah, don't you want Michigan? It's a +1.5. Come on, we'll give you points with Michigan. Give it to you." So then now the book's happy. They flipped it back over, and they're like, "Michigan's the favorite." They're also trying to they just want even money. That's all the book ever wants is even money. So they've got a lot on Michigan now, and that's why they flipped it. They want to try to get some Nebraska money on this side. I like Nebraska here in this one. Could be a good game. Definitely one of the better games. One of the better games of the night. There's a couple in the spot, and then one more I'm looking at here: Houston and Texas Tech. Big rematch here between these 2 clubs. Also, look, just make note: Kansas. Who do they have up on deck? Texas Tech up on deck is who Kansas has next. But looking at Houston, Texas Tech here in this one, it's a big rematch between these 2 clubs. And at 131, I'm going to take the under. I think this is the first to 60 wins this game. Slow pace type game, just what Houston loves. Slow up and down the court. A lot of defense played in this one. A lot of blocks. Using up that shot clock. I like the under 131.5 in that one.
I think if you like Houston, it's an under. If you like Texas Tech, it's going over. Honestly, I do believe that.
Because Texas Tech will try to run a gun, but Houston will try to drag it down. So I like the under there.
They shut down Iowa State. So
Right?
it's a tough game, sure. So
I
like Houston. Nothing big on it, but I like Houston.
The first meeting was an overtime game on a 1-point win for Texas Tech. So
yeah, it's their only loss. Yep.
Yeah. It's a good battle. I'm excited. These late night slate is good. I'll be up late tonight.
Oh yeah,
Tune in. 11 p.m. Eastern to be watching. So definitely that wraps up the college basketball slate. We'll skate on over. We only got 2 on the ice, so we'll wrap that up real quick. We got 2. We got the Kings taking on Vegas. We got San Jose taking on Winnipeg. What do you think there, Ron?
The Sharks and the Jets. Well, your West Side Story here. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to take I know I'm too old for that. I'm too old for y'all. Anyway, anybody get that one? You know what I'm talking about. Man, Hellebuck's back in goal, right? So I like soccer clean sheets. What do you think, Ramon? It's a clean sheet in this one, 4-0 maybe. Yeah, I like Winnipeg big in that one. And I got my slap shot play of the day on the next one. So get that right now at Tony's Picks.
Heading on over Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
Well, I was going to sing I Feel Pretty, my favorite from West Side Story, Ron. But
we're too old, guys.
I'm gonna try the Kings tonight against Vegas here. I know it's a big game. Kings are obviously terrific at home. I don't know. To me, I'm just looking at the line here and looking at basically a near pick 'em here at this point. In fact, right now, I guess Knights have moved to the favorite. Hey, they're great. I love the Knights. I'm here in town and everything, but I'm a Kings fan, and I know their record at home. I know it's an important game. I'm going to take the Kings here to beat the Knights tonight. Put that good home record behind them here. Okay, maybe the Knights have the better personnel. Be interested in your take on it, guys, but I'll take the Kings tonight over the Knights.
Well, I'll give you a couple takes on both sides. You look at the Knights. Hey, the Knights have won 10 straight against the Western Conference opponent. They play well against Western Conference opponents. So, but what have the Kings done at home this season? 18-3, only 3 regulation losses all season long. But we got a battle on our hands. We got Hill in goal, and we got Kemper. You would think that you're going to get an under here in this matchup. I don't think so. Give me the over 5.5. You look at the Kings. Their over streaks are coming to an end. They had a lot of success at home with under in the first half. I think we start to see some goals, and the offense starts to tick up. for the Kings at home. Give me the over 5.5 in that matchup. It's tough. This could be a good game. Better than the other one. I'm not laying minus 550 with the Winnipeg Jets. No chance. Can I do that? Can't bet it in regulation down to a minus 300. Can't do it. There's nothing there. The best spot that I would say, the last game was a 1-goal game. I'm going to sprinkle on the Sharks plus the 1.5 there at a plus 150 is where I put a little sprinkle on that before we come on here. I don't trust the Jets to cover a puck line. I do like the under 6 though. I don't, as Ron alluded to, clean sheet. I think 4 goals or less were scored in this game, so give me the under 6 in that matchup. All right, that wraps up the slate of games. Now we put on over to the parlay section, prop play, or game of the future. We let the capper decide whatever they like, and then they'll let us know where their best bets are over at Tony's Picks and what they got going over there for their best bets, the bets they're making tonight. We'll head on over to Ron. What do you got?
Yeah, let's go with some mixed sport. Like I said, I do like that under in the Kings game. The Jets game, excuse me. Yeah, definitely under in that one. And let's go over to the NBA. I like give me Atlanta. Detroit and Atlanta played yesterday, but the thing is, coming off that bounce to back, I like a team that lost to get back in business there. So I'm going to take the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm going to give you a soccer play for tomorrow. Take the Wolves. If you can get a double chance, do draw no bet. Take the Wolves in EPL action. For tonight, I got a 3-pack in college basketball, my full court press. I have my NBA 3-point play. It's been really hot. Hit 8 out of my last 10 in that one. And, of course, red hot in the NHL. You can get that slap shot play in that Kings and Vegas game.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got, Ramon?
Yeah, I got to roll a 3-teamer off of the extra board for sure tonight. I'm going to take Austin P plus the points against Lipscomb here. Maybe Lipscomb been a better team, certainly, but I'm going to take these points at home with Austin P here tonight. They're getting 7.5, 8 points here tonight, I think, right now in this one. Also, give me the over with South Carolina State and Maryland Eastern Shore. This one right now at 142.5. It's gone up a little bit, so I'll put it in my parlay here. And Rod, I got to do it. I'm going to the matchup of all matchups. One team's lost 7 in a row. One team's lost 17 of their last 18. Give me the under. Mississippi Valley, Prairie View A&M, the epic matchup here. The lowest rated matchup on Ken Palm all season. Rod and I got you covered side and total. I'm going
side
under.
Total in that one, right? Exactly.
Wow.
Hey, Solo, what do you got, Solo?
We're going to do a little 3-team, and we're on the grill right now, so we're going to do barbecue style. So we're going to stand up in North Carolina with it. Let's go UNC Wilmington. Let's go North Carolina Tar Heels and Queens. I got a 3-pack in NBA. I got a 3-pack college basketball. We starting to see the board. We're heating up. Sign it with me short-term, long-term. Bring one of the good cappers. We're ready to roll. Make sure you use that 15% code.
Think you covered North Carolina there, Solo.
Yes, sir.
Gonna throw in the Charlotte Hornets with it? Go for it. Yeah.
Hey.
I know you. It's on money line, right? On money line.
I threw the punchline out there. I forgot to do my job. I've got packages over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. Sorry about that, Rod. But
no
I've got
worries.
a package in college basketball. I've got a small package in the NBA, and I took a flyer on one of the hockey games tonight. So I better get it in. I was up over 9 units over the 3 days here, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I better promote that and pump that. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Boy, can't miss it when you're hot.
Red hot, baby.
And for me, I'm going to just give you a player prop. If you watch the morning show, definitely tune into that. That's the parlay I like. It's the definitely the DJ special parlay of the day there. All the big dogs in the college basketball slate. But for me in the NHL slate tonight, as I said, the San Jose Sharks. I'm going to go with Tyler Toffoli here to get himself an anytime goal. He scored 4 goals in the last 5 games. He's been absolutely Mr. Man for the San Jose Sharks. And a plus 235. I'm in. Take Tyler Toffoli to get himself an anytime goal in that one tonight. And for me, over at Tony's Picks, I got my NBA drop a dime play. We're looking to hit our 4th straight NBA drop a dime play there. You can scoop that up singly. Also got my 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day. Looking for our 4th straight play of the day with that. Or those 2 plays are in my Money Monday 5-pack, and you'll get 3 NBA or 3 college basketball, 2 NBA in that Money Monday 5-pack. That's the best way to go. You get both my best bets plus some more bonus plays in there. Love those 5 bets tonight to trust the bookies. Or better yet, pair me up with one of the other hot cappers you see here at Tony's Picks, because I'm not the only hot capper here. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. That way you're aboard and you get those late steam plays. Hey, if one of the cappers finds something late, like this time of day, or even a little bit later, closer to tip-off time, 10 minutes, 2 hours before tip-off time, and they find that play, and you're aboard long-term, you get that email to you. Great exclusive. Basically, I'm going to say to Tony's Picks, I haven't seen that offered anywhere else but Tony's Picks. So definitely jump aboard long-term here with any one of the 4 cappers you see here on the show. Can't go wrong there while putting money in your pockets. So let's get to it. Let's kickstart this week winning. Have a big week loading up, so definitely get to it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Any last words from anybody before we head on out?
I'll take a Phantom tonight plus 2.5 against Rose. If you guys know what that means, well, ladies, women's 3-on-3 unrivaled pick here. I'm going to take Phantom. That's Sabrina, Cloud, and Griner. They're kind of behind this team in the standings, but they're taking the action here. They were plus 3.5 down to 2.5. Rose has been hot. They caught all the attention this weekend with Angel Reese and that big stat output in the last game. So I'm going to kind of fade that a little bit. It looks like the Sharps might be, if there are Sharps, but the line has moved in Phantom's favor, and they're behind them by about 1.5 games in the standings. So I'm going to look to that move, and I'm going to take Phantom plus 2.5 against Rose.
All righty. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Kickstart the week of winter. Till we catch you again tomorrow. Have yourself a good one. Catch you on the next one.